Hi everybody, and thanks for watching Cressy Insights. I'm Macy Troyer and I'm with Cressy Commercial Real Estate. We're here at a different location today and I am with Dan Boecher. He's our Director of Community Development and he's going to tell us a little bit about Hotel Elkhart and the whole project.
So, the Hotel Elkhart is a project that Cressy has been working on for several years now, and one of the key components of that is the history that this place has. And just a bit about that, it was built in 1923, and kind of the unique thing about how it was developed was it was actually developed by a collective of community leaders stemming from the Elkhart Chamber of Commerce. They got together and identified that with a thriving, growing city like Elkhart has been over the years, that they needed a downtown hotel. They needed a place for commerce to come together and have overnight lodging. And when it was built in 1923, it was also added on to just 3 years later and added a 9-floor addition onto this. And so at that time, it was the tallest building in the county and still remains that to this day. That there's still the tallest building in the county. And that kind of speaks to the scale and the vision of those leaders back nearly 100 years ago had to develop not just your average 2 or 3 floor hotel, but something that really made a statement that Elkhart was on the map and they wanted to have something that really had more of an urban, like a big city feel to it. So it's been really an Elkhart icon nearly for those 100 years.
Yeah, for sure. That's so exciting and I'm so excited to see the whole project when it comes to life. It's going to be amazing. I know there's a lot of hotels that have been developed, a lot of hotels just around here. What makes this hotel unique?
Well, this is the first one, at least in Elkhart County, to be developed in the downtown core. So we are on Main Street. Our address is 500 South Main Street. So it is right at the corner of Main and Marion. And so it's a true urban hotel. A couple other things that make it unique is opposed to some of the other newer hotels in the market, that it's full service. We're going to offer room service, and it's going to have a restaurant, cafe, a South Bend Chocolate Company cafe here in the hotel within the building, as well as a bar also serving lighter food. So those concepts are still getting developed, but you're going to be able to have a full meal, not just delivered up to your room, but also as you walk downstairs have a legitimate restaurant as well as a bar here. So it's the full service kind of nature of this is unique, and as well as it's a historic property. Mm-hmm. And so we are going to great pains to retain those architectural elements, and what we're going to see here in a little bit, but that is also a very unique kind of component of this, is there's not a historic hotel within actually the region, not just Elkhart County, but also including St. Joe County. That it's something that people who dig on architecture and dig on history are really going to find something unique in the marketplace here.
That's great. This is a huge undertaking. Why is Cressy Commercial Real Estate the right developer for this project?
As we've gotten deeper into this, it's clear that this is a very complex project. We have a number of different financing sources, partners along the way as well, and I think Cressy is unique in that it applies the creativity using the experience of the partners that have been developing commercial property for nearly 50 years, as well as that scale to be able to do something that approaches or that addresses the $15 million project that we're looking at here. So I think Cressy's a unique combination of having that creativity coming from the experience of the partners, and then having that scale that they can take on something of this size and complexity. And so it's been really, really fantastic to be a part of this project, to see the different human resources that Cressy has at its disposal to come together to address the financing, the construction, working with the city of Elkhart, working with the Regional Cities program, with our bank. It's just been a true collaborative effort, and not every real estate development company has the kind of capacity that we do here at Cressy.
Mm-hmm. That's great, thank you. Thanks for sharing, Dan. Now we'd like to take you on a quick tour just to update you guys and show you what's going on here at the former Hotel Elkhart. So I hope you enjoy this video, and thanks for watching Cressy Insights.
So here we are at the traditional front doors here off Main Street, and obviously this will be retained in the terrazzo floor that we have inside the vestibule there. Actually carries through the entire property. This is the original staircase, and it's got a mahogany railing on it, and obviously the marble treads and risers, and this is also going to be retained. one of the big improvements that we make that you immediately notice is to pull down the acoustical tile drop ceiling that we had here. And it's been a nice surprise that actually this plaster, hand-formed plaster cove ceiling is largely intact. And this is going to be restored, and it just gives the property a fantastic feel that it's not so, the ceilings are so low and dark. So we're just really focusing on opening up the space and giving the people, we don't have those soaring 30-foot ceilings in here, but there's a lot of original detail that we're glad that is still intact and that we're going to do some restoring. So over here, this was a wall previously that this is going to be the larger opening into the South End Chocolate Company Cafe. And so again, pulling down the ceiling and creating that sense of volume that we're gonna have by having higher ceilings. There's gonna be a lot more natural light due to the higher ceilings and the windows on Main Street there. So this is where the South End Chocolate Company Cafe is going to be. A couple other unique details is this is an example of the terrazzo floor that has been covered in carpet for 50, 60 years. And so this is all going to be restored and brought back to its former glory. It's going to be something that you don't find in any other hotel and any other building that is newly built. And just a handful of small things that are vestiges from the original hotel. This is the mailbox that they had this chute that went all the way up to the 8th floor. That if you wanted to have your mail delivered, you just put it in the slot and it would come all the way down here, and the post office would collect it. But this old mailbox is going to be restored and retained on site as well. So this you'll get a feel for the kind of demolition work that has taken place thus far. This was the original hallway coming out of the elevator, and then this was 16 apartments previously. So you can see that we have stripped this back and all the ceiling and the walls back to the original structure. So we just have the concrete columns here and just the original structure of the property. So obviously this is going to be all new. We are going to have a fair amount of natural light through these windows, and so it's going to be a very unique property. But just to give you an idea of the scale for the work that has to be done before we even start doing the construction. So here we are on the 9th floor and coming up the stairs. And this is Peacock Alley. This is the pre-function space to the ballroom. One of the unique features of the building and taking advantage of its all 9 stories is the rooftop deck that we have here. So you can see we have fantastic views. Obviously, you can see the new aquatic center there in the distance. All the new development that's taking place in the river district here. But this is a nice amenity, obviously in the summertime, to be able to come out and have a drink and just kind of get outside and get above it all. So it's a nice aspect of having the tallest building in the county, is to be able to have a deck that takes advantage of that. So we're looking forward to refurbishing this and offering this to our guests as well as to the general public. So now as we enter into the ballroom here, and again, this was a part of the 1926 addition when they added the 9th floor ballroom and the rooms that went under this. But this is a ballroom with a seating capacity of 250 for an event. And so this has been used for decades for class reunions and weddings and gatherings of all kinds. So we are going to be retaining the kind of architectural amenities that you see here, restoring them. Obviously, we've got some work to do with some previous water damage, but we're going to keep what's new or keep what's old, but make it a lot better and really make it a lot more contemporary as well. It's going to be a great thing for the community and for brides and for class reunions and things like that once we get it done. So we're really excited to host many events up here.
I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below and I can address them or Dan can address them. We'll also be doing future tours here too as the project progresses. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and thanks so much for watching.